So later on I attended summer camp, so he taught me how to learn English. So like simple things, his solutions are always simple, don't complicate things. So uh, later on I joined in BL, so I myself could not be in touch with him for various reasons. That is also one of the questions that I will raise in this interaction. So I would like this to be, we are very honored that he is with us. So I like to tell anybody, any of your personal or professional, anything is there, you can discuss with him, and you can take his contact number. Any of your problems, any of your any suggestions you want, just message him, he will reply immediately. So meanwhile, you ask your questions. I have formulated some questions for the benefit of all of us, and some people will be joining. So we'll start the session. So
I was a tough master for him.
I love him, but I mean, at the same time, I used to be afraid of him. I am trying to eliminate that part. Okay, so see more like a go-to guru, like fatherly figure, so that that fear factor I am trying to reduce, and that is the main reason that I could not keep in touch with him. Because when I was in BTech, I used to do some silly things for which he used to scold. The scolding is to improvise, but we took it in a different way. We are afraid and we lost the touch. So I am trying to regain the touch, and I like to keep in touch with continuously. So
Actually, I think last week when you met Anusha, that meeting was not that this would not have happened, right?
yes,
Right. So some students are still in touch. So one of them was Anusha, who just called. So last week they met. I think that made it happen.
so sir is expert in technical as well as personal. Anything, we'll start with the questionnaire. Then at the end, I'll ask him to. I have some topic, so he can help us delivering some small talk to help us in doing some regular activities. So we'll start with Amita Madam. With Nitin.
Okay, first you asked some doubts, common doubts you told no. That you asked whether that comes.
When I asked
Yeah,
him,
he asked, I didn't answer. Rajagopalji answered him. See, most of the people, he is a manager, right? Deputy or senior or higher. Actually, that's a wrong word. Manager is a very bad word. The reason is, if you don't know cooking, and there are many friends coming to your house, you manage cooking. Correct? If there are 10 vehicles, 11 requirements, what a manager will do? Drop him and drop him. Somehow manage, right? Collector is not called a manager. He is called a administrator. What do an administrator, medicine administration? Do you think the dose is only for 10 people, 11 people come, they manage? What do they do?
tell you only to tell.
They get
Next.
and then distribute, right? So who is an administrator who will get resources and distribute? Who is a manager? Who manages. So this was a system when resources were less. The word manager came because resources were less. And even before that it was a different term. Now accounts manager. Do you know the British system? They were called controllers. Controller of accounts. Even today you can see. Because the money is given, don't spend. Control. Controlling is good or managing is good? Managing is good. Managing is good or administering is good? So why do you still use the word manager? Because we have the tradition. Okay. An administrator is one, a collector is one. There is no money allocated for districts. This much money for Tumkur, this much for Bangalore is never allocated. His ability is to get resource from the chief minister and get fund for the activity which he plans. So you asked me how did I manage my education. Managing is what? Somehow pass MBA with copying from somewhere. Correct? When you do with passion, it is not managing. When you do in difficulty, resources are less, knowledge is less. I don't know cooking, I still do it, it's called a managing. So I never manage. I enjoy. Studies were by chance. I studied in PhD in Bangalore. I studied in Central College, room number 310, Vishwesvaraya College of Engineering. I taught maybe electrical, electronics, mechanical, civil engineers in 1984 to 86 to 89. I was teaching there. Parallelly, in the same building, I have a room where I was doing my PhD. My roommate in the court complex is there. Behind that is the hostel. My roommate was an LLB student. So he was not able to read and understand law. So what I do after my university, when I come back to my room, I used to explain him. So during my PhD, I learned whole law. So writing exam was simple, so I took an LLB. So like that I kept on adding my. It was not, I studied law, then I took a degree. Not while studying I learned. MBA was also like that. When I was in ISRO, we had a very senior person who was TN Sheshan's assistant. You can imagine that stature. Very strict disciplinarian, TN Sheshan. We had an assistant from Kerala who was almost retiring. He said, I worked in this institute from the scratch. I know every chairman. I was working with them as steno, assistant. But he retired as a registrar. It's almost like an IAS post in Space Department. Because of his seniority, Space Department has given him a registrar's post. Before retirement, I want to contribute something. So we used to discuss what to do. And I suggested, let us do a HR project. You know every senior people, identify what is the goal of ISRO, whether it is diluted or not. So MGK Menon, all those people, Sarabhai, everybody was known to him personally. So that project is what is today's IAST. So I helped him he was not a highly educated person, how to make a questionnaire, how to interview people, all that was my background job. He used to go with his steno throughout India, talk to people, understand ISRO's policies and how it is to be modified, what is your view on the changed scenario. In that, we decided we should have, because one of the biggest problem my office had was, I was the first employee in my office. It was under Space Department. People used to just resign and go, because a lot of opportunities outside. Nobody was staying. So how to retain them was one of the problems. So we thought, take freshers and train them is not useful. Start a BTech in our space. That's how IAST came. So IAST is a source for recruiting scientists in ISRO. That's how it started. Fully funded by ISRO. Most of the senior directors after retirement go there and become directors there. 60 years retirement, they can continue another 10 years as academician in the office. All the teachers, most of my directors from my office, all of them went there as teachers. So I had that project, did that project, and I thought, yeah, this is what MBA does, right? Human Resource Management. So let me take a MBA. And my project was ISRO's knowledge management. So similarly, I kept on learning, reading. Yeah. Sometime I took a degree, sometime without that also. Maybe my degrees which I attributed maybe 20%, but I have 80% which can be taken as degrees anytime. I am now in academics in India. I am a philosophy speaker. Last month I was there in Chandigarh in a philosophy department, which is, Chandigarh is one of the oldest university. Punjab University, it's called Punjab University. You search Punjab University, you will see one in India, one in Pakistan. Because during partition, they partitioned university also. Got it? There is a Punjab in Pakistan. So they had two universities parallel. So it was much older than that. 1800 they started. That is one of the strong department is philosophy. Last month I was there to speak to them. Bengal I was there in the philosophy day. So I speak on philosophy. Because all science ends in philosophy. When you take a degree, what you get is doctor, right? What is that full form? PhD. Philosophy only, right? So all scientist turns to be a philosopher at the end of the life. Where are you from? You could introduce yourself. I know him.
Sir, I am Lingareddy.
No, sir, DrTPS. I hate the word sir, doctor, and all that. Britishers left long back.
In Delhi, we are used to that.
No, someone has to change, you know. You change in your system, everything will change. We don't call in ISRO director as sir. We'll call him by name.
Yes.
Sarabhai's principle. Correct. Even Britishers don't like people calling sir now. America, nobody likes calling. You should call by name only. Sir is a common name.
In our BL still that is.
No, but you can change, at least to me. I am not from BL, right? Understood?
Sir is like Mahasai.
Yeah, that is actually, you want some favor from somebody, you call him sir. That was Britishers' period. That sir title is gone. I wish I am a sir, but not after that prefix. I want a suffix.
Okay,
Sir Isaac Newton, Sir C.V. Raman.
So with our
Again,
Indian
sir.
culture, with our Indian culture, what, how can I call it?
You can just call me by name. Or earlier we used to call by Anna, Appa, Pupa, no, Tata Garu. Anything can be called.
Because our Indian culture doesn't support like somebody should call by
Sri,
name.
Sriman.
Sriman. Mahasai. Same way.
Yeah. Chiranjeevi in Telugu they call, no. Do they put Sir Pradeep for marriage? They don't call, no. We don't call our God also by Sir, yeah. Otherwise you should call Krishna as Krishna Sir, Vishnu as Vishnu Sir, Shiva as Shiva Sir. If that is respect, we call them by name. So Sir is not a title to be given to somebody whom you respect. Everybody likes to be named after name is more important, right? You get attachment by name. Hard, but somewhere somebody has to change. We call our director as Krishnan, Ramchandran. Yeah, he is preparing without sir. Don't worry, I'm just joking.
Now, what to tell about myself?
No, anything.
Where you are working,
Where are you from?
where are you?
I'm Lingareddy. I'm from Andhra Pradesh,
Where?
Guntur district.
Guntur district. I am there in Vidyan University.
When
Many departments. Electronics,
have you gone to KLU?
MBA. KLU I was a professor, mathematics professor.
I studied there.
I was a mathematics professor until last year. Online time. That vice chancellor died. He was the man who appointed me.
Right.
Vice chancellor died of COVID. He was pulling me. You can see KLU, no, KLH. KL University, Hyderabad. Center they have. So KLH DrTPS, you can see lot of lectures. I taught mathematics, MBA, teachers training program I did. So many programs. So, okay.
So present I am a senior engineer working in BEL.
What is your subject? Engineering.
Engineering.
What?
Which is electronics and communication.
Electronics and communications. EC.
And I did MTech also from Delhi College of
Delhi?
College of Engineering, DC.
Okay. So what specialization?
Signal processing and digital.
I am an image processing. My subject is image processing. Signal processing, image processing is like this for 20 years I did.
Right now I am working in testing EWM.
Lokanathan from Andhra, Srikakulam district.
Okay.
10 years of experience I have from I'm on software side.
Basically computer science.
I'm Anish from Kerala,
Alappuzha.
Alappuzha.
Maybe one place where I visited maximum is Alappuzha. Your MP KC Venugopal was my classmate. So I stayed in his house many times. When I go to there, evening night Kanyi is from SD College. You can look at Alappuzha DrTPS. I have done lot of programs. You can see children crying on my stage. St. Mary's College.
The college is near to my house.
I did a lot of programs. Recently also. I think 3-4 months back I was there. Now I am coming from Tirunelveli. Varkala MGM school. I keep traveling. Kerala I traveled. I used to drive all those places. We had a program called WWS, Walk with a Scholar. That's a Kerala program to mentor students to become in higher education or where they have to go. So I was a mentor's mentor. So how to create that mentor as a Kerala project I was there. So I traveled. I drove across Kerala. Yeah.
Amia Desai. Amia.
Louder.
Amia Desai.
Jishat.
Desai. Jesai.
Where are you from?
I am from Kerala. Thrissur.
Where?
Chalakudi. Near to Chalakudi.
Where?
Mambra.
I am from Iringalakuda. Chalakudi SH College. I know only colleges. Correct. Angamali, Chalakudi, all these places I keep roaming. Because I have to cross your place to reach to airport from Iringalakuda. Iringalakuda temple and bus stand in between I have a place. Google DrTPS. On Google map, search DrTPS. You will see my house in Iringalakuda. I used to conduct a lot of camps. 1 month the students used to come and stay in my house. I got a beautiful house there, like a guest house. Very close to temple. We have a huge temple there, Bharata temple. Nowhere in the world Bharata temple is there. Only Iringalakuda. And we had a great poet from that place. He has written only one book. Ara, who is that? Unnai Warrior. ഉണ്ണായി വാരിയരുണ്ടായി ഉണ്ടായതേതോ ഒരു വാരിയത്തോ അകത്തോട്ട് വാരിയത്താകാമെന്നോ ചിലർ പുറത്തോട്ട് വാരിയത്താകാമെന്നോ ചിലർ എന്നാലും ഒന്നേ അകത്തൂട്ടിയുള്ളൂ വാരിയും കോരിയും ഊട്ടുന്നത് എന്തിനാണ്? You should find out. That's an assignment. Yeah, PSC it is there. That's it. Actually, there is only one which is known, but very recently one other book was published and said that it's also written by him. He is a warrior. So my wife is from Varasya. That's why we are around the temple. So it's every warrior is closely related. So one way I am related to him through my wife. Yeah. I'll come back to you with a find out the answer. It's not a PSC test. Don't Google.
Gupta. I am from Kolkata, West Bengal.
আমি বাংলা বলছি little bit because when I was in a PhD student, after some time my roommate was from Bangla. Last week last month I was there when Anusha was there. I was there in West Bengal University. Aruna Bhattacharya is philosophy department. So I keep traveling Calcutta. A principals meet in December for 100-200 principals. There is a All India Principal Association. They had a meeting in Calcutta, so I was there. So many programs. Calcutta is like, I used to go to Northeast every year and spend 10 days. So Calcutta is a base from where, while coming or going, I will have some programs. And most of my students from Northeast will come to Calcutta to study nursing, because that's one of the postings. Guwahati, Calcutta. I think you should take all of them to Calcutta once. But the last time when I went, heavy rain, and I was staying in Taj country. Oh, the road itself was full of water. We had severe problem. We are used to that because when you drive in Alleppey and all, it's normal. Oh, where in Kollam?
Near to TKM College.
Yeah, all the colleges are my because I did a lot of projects there, right? They are also BEd college.
My name is Anand Kumar. I belong to Katihar district, Bihar.
Bihar. Very recently I was there in Jharkhand, Bihar.
Actually, my
You are in the east part.
Katihar is nearby the boundary of West Bengal and
Yeah, Bhubaneswar from there northeast. Yeah, northeast of Bhubaneswar. I am good in geography, so I know northeast.
Bhubaneswar is far than
Bhubaneswar is this coast. Your West Bengal border is the
Bengal
opposite.
border, western side. This is Harishchandrapur, maybe know Harishchandrapur. From there, Sahibganj, Devgar you went, no?
Yeah, I went to there.
Sahibganj. From there, if you cross the Ganga river, it's my hometown, Maniari. I studied in Jawaharlal Navoday Vidyalaya. From my sixth
Navodaya
class.
Vidyalaya.
Yeah.
You ask your teachers, they must be knowing me because I trained all the Navodaya Vidyalaya teachers in India.
6th to 12th.
Goa, they have a training center, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya training center. So you look at Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, JNV DrTPS, you will see lot of lectures for teachers training program because the director of Goa happens to be my classmate. I'm in academics.
Most of the PGT teachers
Kankona,
and TGT
Kankona is the place.
I did my BTech from IIT Dhanbad. And now we are doing.
IIT Dhanbad,
Now earlier it was Indian School of Mines.
I know. I had a professor, we traveled together to Fiji. Pramod Mahajan.
I was in electronics and communication.
But he was into management, MBA.
There's MBA also.
So we traveled together to Fiji for a Ramayana conference. I was sponsored by Government of India. So he was also there.
Yes, senior engineer, sir.
Enjoying. Okay. And where did you study?
Pathanamthitta, Carmel Engineering College.
Carmel Engineering College. Pathanamthitta is the district of Ayyappan. Correct? And lot of Keralates only. Rest is Andhra. One Bangla, Bihar. Now Bangla, Bihar has become Keralates. Do you know that? You go to Kerala, you will see most of the workers are from Bangla, Bihar, Jharkhand, Assam.
Not only Kerala, sir. They are everywhere
Everywhere.
workers.
Only they don't have money.
But you
otherwise
go
they
to
would have
Jharkhand, you will see teachers from Kerala.
In our
The
state
school where I
also,
went,
in our state also, like Kerala, it is
teachers,
teachers, specially teached by Kerala teachers like that.
they will write.
They write.
My name is Amita. I am from Thrissur district in Kerala.
Every day.
Muthuvara, near Amala Medical College.
Amala Medical. That is when you drive on the highway on the right side.
Yes.
Is
And I did my BTech from GEC Thrissur.
Oh, I came there many times. Orientation programs, many years I did it. Chemistry lab I took one day to my children in Palakkad. Along with them I went. They have a chemical engineer.
Yes, chemical production.
Directly opposite to Vimala College. Vimala College also I did many programs.
I passed out in 2010.
Okay.
After that, I joined BEL and now currently I am managing.
You are all lucky people.
We are settled.
Don't settle.
Don't settle. That's what.
See, many people ask after retirement, where did you settle? I keep saying, my weight is less, so I keep floating. Weight is more, you settle.
Yeah, that's why. That time we will
Right.
feel it lucky, but may not be so.
See, we have a book in Government of India which says HBA, House Building Advance. House Building Advance. How to get loan from government, all of officers will get, right? The first sentence says, the Swami's book, not the original book. I remember when I was I read the whole rule. I'm also interested in rules, law and all. The first sentence says that if you are career oriented, don't construct a house. Because once you settle and construct a house, you will start thinking, why should I shift? Correct?
That is why Pradeep is not at all thinking of it.
House.
But what I did was, I made a house. Maybe 1 year from my office joining, I purchased a flat. Then I realized it's not good enough, so I purchased another flat. So I have 2 flats now. But then I was not happy, so Kerala also I purchased. So if you can afford, purchase in different cities. Don't settle one place. You have many places so that you can keep going, right? Correct. Bangalore I missed. I had lot of plots available. When I was in university, there were plots available. I didn't buy. But do it as an investment. I advised it to many of my colleagues who just joined my office. I told them purchase land with the little money you have. So one of the boy who went to America was here last month in Bangalore. He purchased a small plot. Small plot means maybe 1000 SFT. I mean 1000 square yards. He gave it to somebody for a builder. Now he owns nearly 8 to 10 apartments. Got it? That time it was nothing. Which I missed, I told them. Do it. Bangalore is a nice place to be. So invest in land, but not in houses. That's one best option which you should have. If you have some interest. But get back to your own home. Hometown. One of the best thing what I did was I went to my home. So I have a big villa there. Big bungalow there. They can accommodate many people. So many people from different parts of the world comes there to stay with me. My wife's house also I modified and made it like a guest house where people can come and stay. But I don't stay in any place now. I'm staying in quarters.
You took VRS, sir. Warren.
I decided the day I joined I am going to retire after 20 years. Minimum pension. So that
Why you are not interested in this, or you are passionate?
it's not interested. See, what happens is when I'm in office, I know people who joined. My wife is also a scientist, joined in same department, same day. Last 40 years, what she learned, I can learn in 2 years. I know the basics. I'm groomed and understood everything, right? Satellite keeps changing. Only some small changes, nothing much. If I know driving, you give me any vehicle, I know how to drive, right? If I don't know driving, it takes time. So any work in any office is like that. That's why after 10 years, 8 years, you feel nothing great is happening. The first few years, you get thrilled. I have so much to learn. It's everything new, everything good. So I always suggest to people, I remember a great scientist from India, P.R. Pishardi. We were all blessed that because we could meet Kasturi Rangan, U.R. Rao. Sitting like this and talking to them was my fortune. Correct? So one of the greatest scientists who started remote sensing in India was Pishardi, a Keralite, who was PRL, Physical Research Laboratory. He was one of the chief scientists. So we used to have. So the first day, our orientation program, he came and asked each one of us what you want to be in life. So many people said, I want to be director of the center. So I came there. So I said, all of them want to become director. If I am here, I will have to compete with them, right? I will give them chance. I will go. I will do something else. So he took it jokingly. I said, no, I have a vision. I know if I stay here, I can become director. Nothing great. But when I was a scientist SC, I went to university to become a director. Correct? So SC will not become director. It takes another 10 years, 15 years. But I became an academic staff college director. First time in India, a scientist from space department into university with a lower salary, lower facility. University, you will not see facilities like this. State university, very shabby. My brother was in academics. He said, it's a nasty place. I said, I want to clean it. Because I am from a different background, right? I'm sure you go to university where you studied, you will find how to change that. So one of the options which I keep telling, I was telling him also, you should do your academics. I'm sure any day you can go and become a teacher in KL University. They will accept you as Vice Chancellor tomorrow, right? I've been offered Vice Chancellorship of Central Universities because of my academics and all these credentials which I have. But I don't want to take up a job and settle there. I want to roll. I will not get this experience. Will I get this experience if I am in some academics? If I would have been an ISRO scientist, I am sure thousands of ISRO scientists in Bangalore, right? Do you call them to speak like this? Experience is less. They will not have to, no, they will not be able to locate Kollam means I know some place, Alapi means I know some place, Thrissur means I know some. They will not be able to locate. This is life experience, right?
Their area of interest may be different.
That's what I'm saying. So my wife has got an area of interest which is very specific. I'm a generalist. I love life. I'm a poet, I'm a writer, I'm a speaker. So I have got better areas which I can do, which I cannot do probably something. I did that parallelly almost 10 years. 2000 onwards up to 2010 had lot of, even in Prime Minister's office, 2 years when I was there, 104 times I travelled to Kerala. That means every week I used to be in Kerala. Correct. So it became so hectic. So I decided I am not going to balance. This was difficult. So for last almost 13 years, every day I have one or other programs. Not even a single day I was at it.
So you love that your job?
I enjoy. It's my passion. It's my love. Even when Ramakrishna Math, when I was teaching, I was a scientist. So what I used to do is morning go there and teach, go to office, evening come to Ramakrishna Math, teach and go.
One question I wanted to ask on behalf of all of us, like we were all motivated. I mean, everybody had huge ambitions. But after joining here, working here for some years, everybody is settled. Now, at the same time, we are not happy with whatever happening is of life. So, how do we make it interesting, and how can we feel happy about ourselves or our job?
Do you know who made this Vande Bharat? Oh, everybody talks about it, right? Did you had this in your brain to find out who is that brain behind? Not Modi. Understood? Tell me. Google it. You are allowed to Google.
It will not be there, that's why you are saying.
No, it will be there. 100% it is there. If it is not there, we should smash that phone. No, that is up to you.
You said it's not Google, not phone.
See, none of you know, right?
Yes, sir.
Is it? Are you technical people in this world? You just believe the politician or not? I was not believing the politician because I know it's not Modi. The credit should not go to Modi, it should go to an engineer. I was thinking it and I googled, I found. Eh? Full name. Ah, Tamil Nadu, normal general manager of a coach factory. You know how many times he failed convincing the boss that we can make such a train. You must read his story. Hard. Nobody on top believed that this is possible. When DrTPS in Space Department, we were making software giving to defense, that was our job. Nobody was using. They will only buy from somewhere. I was in the combined defense services committee when Navy Chief Puri was the chairman, I was the secretary. I used to type the minutes then and there, sign everybody and then only go. Otherwise getting them was difficult. So it delays 1.5, 2 months. I don't allow. By the time minutes is typed, I will sit with the laptop only. Meeting is over, by the time lunch, I will not have lunch. I will go to their office, take a printout, get signature from everybody, everybody approved. Correct? Implementation next day. I wanted to have a lab. When I have a lab, you all have a different seats. Deputy manager, different manager. So when I was in my designation, we have a big room. I said, I want to sit with the people who are working with me. One hall. Hey, as per Department of Space, it's not allowed. I said, we will make it allowed. Who is the person who is object? Okay. I went to chairman and took an approval. I don't want to appoint people because I did a project. Department of Space was not very much convinced that this project will go for long years. So I said, I will take people from deputation from defense. Let them come and work with me. So all the people are not interested to working 8 hours on computers and all that. So I started giving music system for them. Government of India, music system in the working place. Nothing possible. I said, I will go to chairman. For everything, I will skip director, go to chairman, take an approval. The first, during the car, we do some surveillance. Take a picture of Pakistan and then show that I can see all their infrastructure, what they are doing. Our Sharad Pawar was the defense minister. I went and told him, he said, no, it's all not required. because my project was almost crores of rupees, no hundreds of crores. No, it's not required because nobody did it so far. What is the reason they will give? Nobody did it so far. I am not dissatisfied. He is from Thane, Pune area in below Bombay. So I made the map of his house, his daughter's house, which school he studied, everything in 3D I went and showed to him. See your daughter's house, this your... How do you know all this? I said, we have all the information from satellite. Same way I can do in Pakistan. Immediately money was sanctioned, project was sanctioned. Understood? So you should go one extra mile. This man is one of the greatest example of an engineer who changed India's mobile systems. Understood? You need that. I don't think anybody would have thought about an IAST, Indian Institute of Space Technology. When I wanted this room, everybody denied. I said, I am going to construct my own building. I got a sanction for a building, constructed a office, I made a map image library, everything was new. To keep the maps, I wanted a bureau where maps generally used to be folded and kept. I said, I don't want to fold it because I used to scan. While scanning, a small folding will give a different curve. I want to keep them straight. So I manufactured a big almirah, went to Godrej, asked them to design for me. It's all something different and what it? Keep questions. When I used to be with a lot of young scientists in the library, tea time or library, we used to ask what we can do, how to change this. Debate. May happen, may not happen. Tomorrow one among us or one among you will become boss. They are boss because they are buffaloes who took birth a little early. Only difference is that. I am a donkey who took birth a little early. I keep telling my juniors, I am a donkey who took birth a little early, so I am the boss. All of you will come to this seat. I cannot sit here permanent, right? I have to vacate to somebody else. So you are all eligible for it. So don't keep your brain inactive. Don't keep your ambitions inactive. One of the best thing is, why are you thinking like this? Because you are not hard pressed with a lot of work, 8 hours non-stop. Factory people sometimes will not be able to think like this. Because morning till evening they are into rolling. You know the technology management came because of Ford, Henry Ford. I teach management, technology management in colleges and universities, right? Henry Ford made people to work restless. So they don't think, they will just work. You are thinking, even the thought that it is not the right place itself is because you have sufficient time. I didn't have that sufficient time because Kargil war comes. Heavy work. Every day I have to give a lot of maps for the soldiers. Where do I get time? Everything was there. Then I thought, yeah, this is the right time. Now let me think what to do. But what I did was I kept on increasing. You have your samosas. I kept on progressing my academics. So any day I am good for any job. That I decided. I am good for any job. You enjoy. Create money. It's paying good. Have good facility. Correct. Do little academics interest also. That's what it is. It's a normal problem. Most of the people in this country. The world has. Most of them.
And one more thing, sir, like curiosity to ask and learn. So that over the period of time it has reduced. So how do we get it back?
This is what I'm saying. I give an example, right? When something happens in the society, don't keep quiet. Why are you not asking? You discuss. It can be politics. Vande Bharat came, Modi. Somebody among you will tell. It's not Modi, this project was there for last 10 years. Correct. Immediately somebody will tell this. And that's how discussion should happen. The brainstorming is, you are pushing some ball, it keep rolling, somebody will kick it. So somebody has to start somewhere, right? I keep on asking questions. See, what I do in our camps is also only asking questions, no curiosity. The quest should be there in each one of us. No animal will ask a question, no, why thunder is there, why lightning is there. So you have that quest. That gives you the zeal for finding answers. Somebody will find answer. You should read that Mani's life. He said, before retirement, I want to contribute something. It was a big time. And what he used to do, he was never hesitant to go into the juniors' house, celebrate. No. Why every office has got a recreation club? It is to make seniors and juniors to mix. Correct? But what happens most of the time? There also you have a partition. So you should change that. That's it. See, I remember when I was recreation in my office, my advantage was I was the first employee. First recreation club secretary was me. So it came after a few years. So we had some 50 employees only. Most of them drivers, everybody was very closely associated. Only 50-60 people in an office, they will be very close, right? But the boss were from a big office. One was this Sheshan's disciple Panikar from Kerala. Another one was Gopalan, who was from Space Applications Center, Ahmedabad. So we had this tug of war. So I said, two leaders. One is Panikar and another is Gopalan. I made both of them. These are the people. By name, if you can call them, they will come to your team. Then we found none of these people as directors. They don't know the names of the people, yeah? Have you seen Munna Bhai MBBS? Huh? Cinema is not to see, it is to learn. Got it? I may not remember all of your name, but do you know how many, why did I ask her to speak 2-3 times? Because I want that audio to come. I am recording audio here, another audio here, another video here, another video here. At least 3-4 times I will hear this. Got it? And I will respond to each one of you. You call me after 10 years, I will tell you what was the color of the chunni which you have. Otherwise, your dress is same, right? I remember people because I value my time. I value my relationships. So keep growing your academics. Most important.
But if circumstances are not allowing us,
Nothing is there. I will tell you, you all have to learn one formula which is DrTPS patent. P, performance, is equal to, when he was there with me, I didn't have this formula. I invented it later. He must not have heard this unless you have not listened to my videos. P, performance. All of us are performing, right? I am also performing a job. Performance is equal to O, opportunity. Opportunity is created by him. Correct? Attitude, A. Even opportunity is given, I am not ready, I will not come. No? So what made me to come here? Not that opportunity. More than that is my attitude. Understood? Now attitude A. If both are there, do you think you will perform? You need skill. So what is performance? Performance is equal to opportunity, attitude, skill added together. It's like making chai. Good combination, wise, beautiful. I want to swim. No swimming pool. Opportunity is not there. What do? I will find a place too far where I can swim.
First we have to develop our skill.
Attitude. Attitude is there, you will learn skill. Otherwise, there are so many people who have skill, but they don't swim. Even water is there, no swimming, they don't even swim. So most important is attitude. But attitude is little more. I am also a psychotherapist. If somebody has got more attitude, no skill, no opportunity, they will become depressed. So many people come to us, I will first identify, oh, this is their problem. So create that environment.
Develop some attitude, then skills, then attitude, like this.
It should become. That's why I said it's a good combination. You have to boil them together.
Because without a skill, attitude will be a problem.
It will be a big problem.
And with attitude, if the skills are not there, then
See, there are so many people who knows. I remember I was in one of the ISRO centers, Sriharikota, I think. I was called for an administrative staff program. Somebody picked me up from the airport. That time the new car, I think Bolero or something. So that was first time that car. I am crazy about cars. So as soon as I got in, I asked, which car is this and all that, right? So when he took me, he didn't know where is that lecture, whether in this hall or the other hall. So he asked me to sit there. He went inside to ask where is the hall. When he came back, car is not there because I took a round. I drove myself. You think any guest will do that? You are not supposed to do it. It's a crime actually. No, driver is only supposed to drive. But I don't care what he will do. I am crazy about such a thing. You need to have attitude is there. I will find an opportunity. Let anything happen. I don't care. That's what I do. So attitude is most important, which is lacking today in most of the people. Other day I was there in Kerala to groom nurses who wanted to go to Germany. But courage is not there. They are trained in German language, they can communicate, but then some neighbor will come and tell you, no, it's not a good place, why do you want to leave your grandparents, parents and all that, right? So many factors are there which influence us. So I was there to groom them, train them, tell them what is life. So all my life is LIFE life. So job is not important, your salary is not important, LIFE, life is important. Are you living here with happiness? I lived 20 years in department, was full happy. Every employee who were with me, all of them used to come and touch me also sometimes. I want to touch you once. They feel so close to me, Many of them, when I left, really they were in tears. Because I don't think a boss will decide everybody who works with me will sit in a single hall, no? Right? They want a separate hall. So I broke the rule. I said, we will all sit. And I said, 5:30 is the office time. All of you can close it by 5:10. 20 minutes, let us chit chat. What happened to me? My director was furious. How can you allow people to do? See, they are working up to 5:10 and they have sufficient time to discuss. Do you want in between somebody goes to somebody else and talk and disturb people? Let us have some time. No. We'll do that.
That is absolutely given. But in our office, even though work is not there, they are telling us to stay.
That's what I'm saying. That is a culture.
How I can break?
But you can create your work, no? You can think. Who is asking you not to think? See, Department of Space 20 years, I never signed. We have no attendance register. When I went to university, rules are saying I have to sign. I said I am a scientist, basically did not sign in my office. I am not going to sign here also. You do what you want. I am not going to sign. When I went to Prime Minister's office, I said I never signed. I am not going to sign. Challenge.
What is there if you say?
You think you have a very serious paper which is related to your subject, you are discussing. I am sure your boss cannot tell you don't discuss this. You make your own group and say we are going to. We did it in our office, I am saying, not from blah blah. What we used to do is we have a project to done, very specific work. We hunt for such papers. Those days even internet was not there to hunt. We have to hunt for journals. We have to go to different universities, central university, connect to, that was a lib was there, library connection software. We connected to library software, got some papers, created, and most of us who studied with us, none of them are in our office after that. Many of them went to different companies in higher positions. I decided I will not go. I want a pension from here, so I sat. Huge salaries were offered because nobody knew what is being published those days in those signal processing, image processing. Correct? Our job was not processing Rajiv assassination case, but it came to us because we were specialists in that. And we were discussing how to process this. Nobody in India could do that. We did it. We did not got the name. Right? It was a police job. Police people came to us. So many projects because of the theoretical activity which did. Paper publications, many. Said you cannot publish papers. When I did my MBA project, knowledge management MBA, which I submitted in IGNOU, when I wanted to publish, IEEE accepted it. ISRO headquarters denied it. You cannot publish this because it's a ISRO secret. True, doesn't matter. How does it matter? My knowledge you cannot delete, no? I am saying now I was in raw. How many people will be dare enough to say I am in raw? I am retired. After 12 years I can speak, but 2 years I never spoke to many people. That's a cooling time. Government has given. Correct. So you need that courage. How did I get to that department to work? I did lot of projects which will help them. I started producing something. Think together. Get that sufficient knowledge. Get that published papers from different parts of the world. If not here, soon after minimum pension or any day you can quit, you will be courage enough to start your own ventures. Got it? Don't think that public undertaking or government system will support you throughout life. If you want to progress, sometime you'll have to quit and start yourself. Always there is an option outside this world. I remember there is an institute called Mari Channareddy Institute for Human Resources in Hyderabad. Many senior superintendent of police, superintendent of medical, every senior people will come there, and I was teaching them. What is your problem? We are depressed, no promotion, no scope, my boss is not dying, how do I get that seat? So many problems, right? I said, quit the job. Abba, quit the job. If you quit the job, I will not get any other job. So you know you are useless. Correct? You know if you quit the job, you are useless. See, when you say, I am not happy here, quit the job. Do you have courage? No. Why? I won't get these salary, these jobs somewhere else. So you are not that useful. So how do you expect your office to pay more?
I am not useful other people, but I am useful here, but still I am not
You start
recognized.
yourself. Go different countries. I know somebody, I'll tell you, a diploma fellow in Delhi. I was with the PM's office. He used to make a gadget to jam the signals in his house. So many BTech people. He's an ITI or diploma dropout ITI. He was small job in the office, but he's from Alappuzha. His brain was heavy. Now he is in Doha with the defense. He used to make jammers. He was caught. He was jailed. Somebody recognized his talent and said, I will save you. Go from India. He went directly. He was given a very high post in US and then deputed to Doha. Still in contact. He used to bring all the diagrams and tell me. I said, I don't understand this, but please motivate me. Nobody is listening. I said, do it. Nothing will happen. What will happen to you? Challenge. Have discussions. Theoretical knowledge. Prepare yourself. Many people came out of ISRO. Recent, all that what private launch happened, 4-5 engineers from ISRO left. They didn't have money. There were people ready to give money. Political system was equally supportive. Now the whole ISRO job is going to be privatized. PSLV is getting privatized. I think you should take this challenge. But as long as you are very stable in the platform where you can launch, until that is concretized, making your... I was 100% sure every day I will be busy after my voluntary retirement. Otherwise it is actually depressing. Correct? That too, my wife is a director in an office.
Imperative.
Definitely it will be there. But I also have some time. When vehicle comes to pick her up, I am staying in her quarters. I look at my publication which came in newspaper. Great, I am great. Well done. Who will not have? Everybody will have. Understood? But I feel so happy, when today I can go and say that I was there with my student who took me to... Understood? Definitely it will be there. So every day it is... But satisfy yourself. Yes, I know I am not going to be in a small term. There may be problems. See, he must have spent how many hours with me in my house?
30, 40, more than 100, around 100.
Hundreds of hours, so many such people used to come. And I don't know whether there used to be my wallet, I will say, go and take money. Many times they will buy what they want, they prepare.
Sometimes madam also used to cook and feed us.
Prepare food. Ask him how much money he paid me so far for this.
0.
And how many? How many? Hundreds. No account at all. Understood? Who will do this? Why am I doing it? Because I enjoy. I am not taking no credit. I am not even accounting it. Just I am saying this because I enjoyed it. Correct? Now if I don't enjoy that, if I make some money, what do I do ultimately to enjoy? I will spend my own money to go to Devakar. But still I have to be among the audience to do a namaskaram, right? But I was in the mandapam. You can see my video posted on Devakar. All of you should see this. I was sitting in the mandapam in the VVIP just beside the pujari. Got it? Everybody was taking the video of the, and you can see I am taking their video that they are taking us. I was just beside. So there are, whatever you give to somebody else, it will come back to you in some other style, in some other place. I've got students who do anything for me. So many places I keep traveling. So I'm sure what you should have is improve your knowledge. A lot of open schemes. Correct? Where you cannot study. Which subject you cannot study today. Open schooling has become so famous. Register somewhere and do something. If you are not so far checked that, look for open university schemes and register and do some program. Everything is free. No single penny has to be paid. Okay. Coursera. Do you know this?
Yes.
Correct. So many universities. That too from where? Different parts of the world, which are all best and great universities. Like MIT is also giving free programs. Your related subject, find out. You don't have to get credit.
EDX.
Yeah, nobody need to. Even when I did my LLB, if I ask my office permission, they will ask, why are you doing? See, if you want to take the benefit of the office for writing exam, official leave. For attending class, official leave. Then only you have to take an approval. Otherwise, studies you need not. If you are taking it as an advantage for getting some benefits from the office. Assume that after LLB, I show my certificate, I have an LLB. If they consider me for something, they will ask me a question. Why you did not take permission? So I am not taking any advantage. But with that knowledge, when ISRO conducted a space law conference, they found there is only one scientist with an LLB, and that was me. And I was specially invited from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Because nobody understands these legal terms, I could understand them. So when you study, if it is not legally also, people will agree on you later stage. So take that advantage. Study, never stop. Because everybody in this country doesn't have this facility. Got it? You have no internet problem. You can connect to anybody. You are rich enough to have a data scheme. Correct? Do you know how much percentage of Indian community doesn't have access to internet? So many people. No electricity. Correct? So we are all blessed. Use that option. And you have money. We don't spend. The biggest problem is you have all these problems. But do you take 2 days leave and attend a camp? Why should I? When you have a severe pain in the knee, you go to a doctor. But when you have a severe pain in your heart, you don't care it. All of us have this problem of pain in the heart. I am not doing good. Then you will realize, oh, tomorrow onwards, that camp, one of the person who is coming is an 84-year-old lady, Chaya ma'am, who is a mentor for Anusha, who was mentoring people in Infosys, those who have got these problems. And she is still a learner. May she is going to America to learn 6 months a program with Ramakrishna Math. She's traveling to America because the lecture happens there. Imagine at that age also somebody is spending money, going there, staying there, learning. So you must invest the time in learning. He fed me so much. And see, I keep traveling, so my food is not in my control. Whatever somebody gives, I eat. I eat what all different varieties at different places. When I went to Deogra, morning 8 o'clock, I said breakfast. No, 10 o'clock only. Finished. Earlier night, I didn't have my dinner. Used to this. All of you should break. I have seen insurance company, if I call some people, many people will come, they pay a lot of money, join such programs. But there is a reluctancy in the government sector, public sector, such people, we know how to live. But at the end of life, they will think, we don't know how to live.
She wants to go. She has to
Yeah.
travel.
Where do you stay?
Here, PG only.
Oh,
She's staying at home.
so they close the door.
No, I didn't even inform my parents.
Take care. Bye. So you have my number.
I'll take from sir. Great to see you. Thank you.
So you all stay in the hostel here or quarters?
Trying to
Hmm?
seeing somebody in quarters. Trying to buy.
And you have said anything you want?
You already asked that question. The same question only I had. That inhibition to change. We all have that thing.
No, you should break. We are all in a comfort zone. The biggest problem is, good enough. Nice. See, after my PhD in Bangalore, I would have got a job in any of these engineering colleges in Bangalore. Because my professor was a great man. He was in most of the selection committees. Nearly 40 students, all of them became teachers in different colleges in Tumkur or Bangalore or different places under his control. Right. I decided I will not. I can come to academics anytime. I cannot become scientist anytime. But even when I joined first year itself, I was depressed. I thought I should become a teacher. That's my passion. So I went to my director and told him, I'm quitting. I got a job in REC, Suratkal. Tata bye bye. Then my director told, I was a teacher. I came here. Now I feel the difference of quality of life in a lab. Your status outside. Anytime you can go there. After retirement also. But after retirement, you cannot become a scientist. Right? And that time I didn't have a phone. My wife was carrying. She was in hometown. On his telephone, in the neighbor's house, the telephone came. My wife went there. He vacated his room for me to speak to my wife, to convince both of us. Because he knows if I leave next day, she will also leave. Right? So 2 scientists are leaving. So he convinced all of us. That was a great fortune. So some directors are like that. They will give some wise ideas. May not be always right, but always wise. So what I am here today probably was contributed to many people like that. If that advice was not given, I would have been a NIT Suratkal professor. That's it. The end of life. There also you will see same syllabus throughout life, 40 years. So boring sometimes, right? So I have changed many universities. When I joined in Aurora, I was a professor without a department. Because I was given an option in whichever department you want, you can teach. Said I will experiment. Because I know mechanical engineering, fluid mechanics means I can teach there. Electronics and electrical signal processing and all is my, I can go and then speak. Database I can speak. Programming I can teach. So computer science, electronics, electrical, mechanical, civil, everywhere I was fit. I taught all these subjects also. So it was interesting. I think if you are directly into academics, you are all good because you think about your colleagues who lost chance of getting such a job. They will be depressed. And if your age is probably in 20s, probably you could try for a civil service. I'll be there.
Okay. My doubt is that in the present scenario, how to enter the politics, sir?
You want to be in politics? Congress third in command. If you think Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, the third in command is K.C. Venugopal, who is in charge of Karnataka elections. We and me together 5 years. Studied together, he's my relative. MP for Alapura. Right? As a minister, when he became first MP, I was with the PM's office with Manmohan Singh. He couldn't even meet the Prime Minister because he was a MP only. I had a direct approach. Now he is third in command. Got it? I knew Murali Manohar Joshi, Vajpayee. I don't know Modi. I never met him directly. I think much more depressing is politics. No, we have a chief minister, Umman Chandi. Yesterday I was talking to my brother who was in government as a forest chief. Umman Chandi used to hold my hand when I used to be with him. Chief minister in his office. Right? If I go for my purpose or somebody's purpose, it may be with some other ministry. His office was like a market. Anybody can enter. If I miss you, if I meet the other one, how do I connect you? So come with me, like that. He used to hold here and then take me along. Such close was me. He is in Bangalore today in a church. The other day, in the Easter day, his picture was in search Easter day Umman Chandi. You will see him standing alone, praying. His dress you should see so shabby. Nobody is there to care. Politics is such, when you are in power, people will be there. When you are just out of it, you are useless. I could enter into politics because I can speak well. I am a good public speaker. I know many people. Aam Aadmi Party selected me as a candidate for Member of Parliament in my district, Kannur. BJP selected me as an MLA candidate. Congress, anytime I can enter because I know most of them. I think all these are useless.
See, you are not interested, maybe you are talking like that. But people are there, like Kejriwal, you see, he might.
I'll tell you, serve the society in a small place, start developing yourself. Then grow, assume that in your village you can collect 100 people and show your leadership, your taluk, then district, come to the top. How to enter was your question. Understood?
Correct.
So not knowing all these people will help you. Many people enter into politics knowing. A.K. Antony's son got into politics now. I don't think he will survive. Okay. Many IAS people left their job and joined. They did not perform well. Many people in cinema field came. They did not. So what you should do is show your power in your village. Get into the public, panchayat, block, taluk, district. Then every political fellow will come to grab you. Then bargain with them. There is a Tamil movie which shows like this. I don't remember the movie. I see all the movies. There is a Tamil movie. Text me, I'll text you the title. The word is not coming.
Recent movie?
Recent movie. I see all the movies on the release day. Ranga Martanda I have seen on the release day in the theatre.
Balagam, Telugu.
Balagam I have seen, I was mentioning him. Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, English. Most of the movies I will see. Today also I finished seeing a movie when...
Do you speak all languages?
Little bit I speak most of these languages. Bangla also I keep seeing because my language can be improved.
Telugu, I think now you are fluent.
I can read and write, I speak also.
Telugu.
I go to villages and speak to them. I do a lot of different activities. No, HIV, identifying, volunteers, training program. They will not tell. So I get some youth volunteers, tell them go to each house, ask them, discuss with them, bring them out. So many activities.
Sir, he is Arsha, sir. He is working in our team only. He is the manager. Today we are driving in his car only actually.
Okay. Yeah, nice. I love Ford. I had Ford 118NE. I had Ford Endure until recently. But I sold it because Ford has closed its... I'm a
10 years service is there.
thrilling driver. When these kids used to come to my camp, I am in Kannur, hilly terrain. So I used to drive in 3-wheel. When the taker turns, increase the speed so that one wheel go up like this. Alappuzha I have driven in water many times. When the whole road is flooded, you will see only electric line and then you have to guess which is the road and drive. You need little courage. Right. Northeast I used to drive. The drivers are too slow. They don't change the gear. Only up to second they know. Third gear they never seen in their life because the terrain is like that. So sometime when they stop for dhaba for eating, I'll say, now you sit here, I will drive. Enjoy. It's a good car. But Ford spare parts is a problem. Going to be a problem. I don't know why Ford closed. You should see the huge factory in Chennai. I was driving through that and it's huge. I was just mentioning the Ford management practices, technology management by Henry Ford. What you should do is, now I told you, right? Henry Ford technology management. All of you should find out that, read and study if you have not studied it. Got it? This is what I keep telling. If you don't know something, you hear a word, learn about it. You got it? Who? Nalacharitam. Atakada. Atakada. Oh. That is why Kudiyatam, Kooth, that is the center in Iringalakuda. My son studied online, Kudiyatam Kooth. He is in Ireland. So they run a program from Iringalakuda online. So your passion should go. Different subject, not necessarily technical also, no. Keep some interest in different learning.
Many times we are not able to find what is our passion.
It's like, that is why you should have satsang with the people. It will not come in this because you are only talking to such people. What I used to do is, Saturday, Sunday, I used to go to different places, talk to them. There used to be, I don't know, earlier, we have a Swami from Hyderabad who is very famous. Name him. He has got lot of books on.
Ranganathan.
Eh?
Swami Ranganathan.
I want to know how much you are looking around. If that is your taste, definitely at least 10 names will come. I can tell 10 names like this. Because I am into that field, spirituality. I am into ashrams. I know people around. There are so many in Bangalore because you are not touching it. So how do you know the taste? Got it? So go and explore. What do you do Saturday, Sunday? Same TV, same news, same repeatedly 100 times. Go around. When I was in Bangalore, I used to walk. No Google Map those days. Correct? I used to walk. First thing what I purchased was a map. And walk. After coming back to room, I will mark which are all the routes I walked. Got it? I was staying in KR Circle, I used to walk. So the whole Bangalore was not this big those days. So morning till evening I will walk, explore the whole area. Each and every road was like non-tip. Bangalore was only that much in 1986, 87. So have passion. Identify what is that you want. Along with the children, I used to go with my son, wife together for Indian heritage lectures. I used to make a lot of posters, put them there in the schools, give a lecture, conduct a quiz competition. Otherwise, after some time, you will feel, oh, I am only useful here, nothing else. Correct? My wife knows Kerala Chief Secretary very closely. Because Kerala Chief Secretary is a poet. My wife is also a poet. So they are in same group. So when you get into some other field, you will connect to many different people also. That's one way to connect to people.
She is her daughter, sir.
Okay. He is responsible for that. Correct? Husband.
If 2-3 things comes up such a way that you are more interested in it,
Huh.
then
You will always find time. You always will find time. I am into movies. You ask me anything on. See, the advantage is if I meet a movie personality, I have lot of things to talk to you. Got it? So once you meet somebody in the airport, he became very close to me because I know him. Because I can connect. I know this person acted in so and so movies. These are all the best songs. If a singer is there, I know which raga it is. Got it? If I see a politician, immediately I can talk about the politics. So identify different fields so that you get connected to different people very fast. One of the best habit of a politician is he can connect to anybody very fast because he knows different things around. That's why. Mosquitoes are there.
Yes, too much.
നമസ്കാരം എന്ത് ചെയ്യണു എന്ത് ചെയ്യണു എവിടെയാ ഒറിജിനലി എവിടെയാ എവിടെയാ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യണേ ഞാനൊരു ഇങ്ങനെക്കൂടെയാ that slang is slightly different. ചുമ്മാ സത്സംഗ്
So anybody has any questions? So it's already too late for sir. So,
No, for me no problem.
yeah.
I do 48 hours non-stop, continuous, without sleep. People, when they come to camp, 10 days I don't sleep also.
so tomorrow not your
Tomorrow I have a morning one yoga center. There is a lecture. Last month there was a lecture online in which one of the yoga center owner instructor happened to be there. So she was in contact with me. Whenever you are coming to Bangalore, just tell me. And tomorrow happened to be her last day of 1 month yoga training program. So I am going there. After that I will stay in that Avenue school where 7 people are coming from Kerala. Somebody from here and there. So we 3 of us are the mentors there. One is me. Another one is Dr. Patmakshi, who is a clinical psychologist after MBBS. She is originally from Tumkur, I think. Yeah. I have not met her. Only I know online. So it was her interest to have something in Bangalore with me. So I agreed for 2 days. So she is organizing the program. I am spending 2 days there. 30th I will go to Kerala. From there I will go to Edappal. Kerala Kannur, that's my place. I have got a talk in a temple. Then go to Edappal in a school. From there I will go to Trichy. Then go to Hyderabad. Then to Jaipur. Then back to Hyderabad. Up to 6th this is my travel. There is another mentor who is that Infosys mentor, Chaya. So we will have 3 days, stay there, okay, because it's a small group. Spend 3 days together itself will make some difference in their life. It's like a life mentoring, life transformation program. All of you are welcome, or if somebody wanted to come, they could come. So the participants are most like 10th class pass, kids are there. They are also confused, kids are also confused. So what is to be done? I train people for civil service. I don't train them, I mentor them. I have few students who are being sent to Bangalore now. They are from Kerala. I mentored them. They did graduation. After that, I asked them, this is the center where you can join. So they are here. So I think day after tomorrow, few of them are coming to meet me and we will have a discussion. So when I am there, many people will come. So you are all welcome any of this time, but let me know who is coming, when is coming. And if you join the camp, it will be good, much better.
We would like to conduct one talk, sir. We would like to arrange a talk here so that a larger audience can be gathered.
Now what I am doing is, during COVID, all my old talks of 2006, 2007, 2008 also I recorded like this. Sometimes the video is lost, but audio is still there because I made multiple copies. So I remember last week what I did was IAS year Isaac Center. I gave a talk for administrative staff. I got the audio, so I put some pictures and then put it and then edit. Format has to be changed, and that's all in CD. I need a laptop, now CD drives now, right? So I got a desktop, converted that format. So I spent a lot of time listening to my own talk of maybe 17 years, 18 years, but what I spoke. And I posted that onto YouTube.
How did you find your old videos, sir? Like, how was the thought process?
I was much better than today. Today, because those days what was happened was, after Department of Space knows that this man left. So they were there behind me. After that, I was concentrating on camp and such things. So I was on kids and students. So I ignored them. When they called also, if a student is coming and then they call me, I say, I am not free, I will not come. Then I had a lot of abroad trip. Gulf, I covered all those schools. Those days, that was thrilling. After 2002, 2003, when during my office also, I went to Gulf for talks. After retirement, again I went back. 8 years of gap. So sometime it happens. I will revisit them and look at it. I've got another 30 years to go.
Sir, what is the best way to join into the field of astronomy? If I want to join or I want to learn about that, because the universe is vast and
See, there are astronomical clubs. There are training centers where they teach you how to make a telescope. There are clubs around. Birla Planetarium is there in many places. They are the beginning for any of these. And second one, you can create your own club here. Make somebody, and there are a lot of softwares available in which you know which planet, which day, where is it visible. That watching you have interest. My son is much better than me because he has got a huge camera to zoom in and take pictures of moon, pictures of different planets. So he is a photographer also. So what he does is, last time when he came, hey, you don't know, I know this is this. So it needs a lot of time, software. Now there are a lot of apps available to find out when you see a star, this is a star or a planet, we have confusion. So we will tell you this. It's all there in the map.
not just watching, so going to the field of
Study from the apps, study and then do parallel programs in the Coursera or such things, and then register and then do a program. They will systematically teach you and you can take a degree from there. Parallel. This is practical, that is another. എന്താ പേര് മോളുടെ? അല്ല ഇപ്പം മാറ്റിയോന്ന് അറിയാൻ വേണ്ടിയാണ് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. നോക്കണം എൻ്റെ പേര് ഇപ്പം മാറ്റി. ഡിഡ് യു ചേഞ്ച് മൈ നെയിം നൗ ഓർ നോട്ട്? അച്ഛൻ്റെ പേരെന്താ? ഒന്നും വിളിക്കണ്ട, വേണ്ട പറയണ്ട. See, what the kids will hear is what the wife calls husband and husband calls wife. Correct? Correct or not? So when they will say, there are some names they will say. Is it? Yeah, that's how father used to call mother, mother used to call father. So I used to make a joke. Ask your some small kid, what is your name? Pandarakalan. That's how the mother used to call my husband. എന്താ മോളെ അച്ഛൻ്റെ പേര്?
അച്ഛൻ്റെ പേര് പറ, ഉറക്കെ പറ.
എന്താണ്? ഇപ്പം ഞാൻ ബിസ്ക്കറ്റ് തിരിച്ചു തരാൻ പറയണോ? ബിസ്ക്കറ്റ് തിരിച്ചു. പ്രവീൺ. ഓക്കെ.
മോളുടെ പേര് പറ.
Yes, sir.
So you don't mind, no? I will post this on YouTube. No secrets.
so you have vast experience from the space research.
Yeah.
I want one like your view only, one technical answer and one philosophical view about the universe is expanding. What could be the technical views about it, and philosophical also? Like spiritually, if we see so many things are there, like these moves are there, and it's like he's holding everything. What is your view, sir?
See,
about
you take a mud, rotate it so much, definitely there is an expansion. So anything which rotates, anything which revolves, expands. You take a thread, put a ball there, revolve it, automatically the elliptical motion will come after that. No more circular. So that is how the universe is also.
There would be a center point.
Center also can shift because there is not one universe. There are multiple universes which attracts each other. Okay. It is not a new information. Yadomokham tadandaruptam tvaya. Anything which expands will go expanding. Okay. Akrishti shaktistu mahitaya yadghastam swa abhimukham swasaktya. Anything which attracts, and this fellow is attracting, this fellow is attracting, that fellow is attracting, I don't know where to fall. Padatvayam K. I don't know how to fall. Therefore, so many things are getting attracted to each other, everything is revolving, rotating, so definitely all of them are moving in a different world. That is why our Milky Way galaxy in the whole Upanishad mantras or Vedas or mythology, you will see the whole thing is like a moving notion only they will show. So everything is moving, right? So where is the end, where is the starting? Nothing is there. Why is it not stopping? It is not stopping because the satellites, planets, stars move in such a fashion, depends on the weight. The attraction of three will decide if you put something where it will go. You put some three big magnets and put something there, it will stay there. It will not fall because this fellow is pulling, that fellow is pulling, that fellow is pulling. Resultant vector is the result. Equilibrium. So it will be in equilibrium. The whole universe is equilibrium. So it is still moving. But there is a loss. Right? So when something is lost, something gains. Nothing can be because the whole universe is in a different equilibrium. So something lost, some movement will be there, some portion will go. It keeps happening. The weight reduces, the slight change of the position will be there. It will take a different orbit. That's how it is. So it is no difference between philosophy, science and Indian mythology or history. Scientific heritage. 30th in a temple, my talk is on the temple rituals and science. I have studied it thoroughly.
Okay, like as you told, one more question related to it. Whenever we study, we see that most of the gods are in India only.
No.
Like not in the US, nobody has mentioned.
No, US it is not there because US is a migrated country. Canada it is not there because they don't have their own roots. But you go to Mesopotamia, Babylonia, European different countries.
They have their own gods.
They have their own natural gods.
Natural gods, right?
India also, Bharat, not India. If you look at the whole Vedas, there are no gods. There are only natural forces. All Panchabhutas only.
But they mention
Agni, yeah,
Indra,
for Agni,
those are
Indra,
natural forces.
all these are natural forces. Later, Itihasa Puranas, really understand, Itihasa Puranas, all Mahabharata, Ramayana, related them to the human being, the godly people, and then history was made like that. It is a mystery, how the poet did it. Okay, otherwise, actually there is no God. Originally, the Vedic knowledge says, Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. Inside your Hridaya, there is a whole Guha in which there is Brahma. And the Brahma is creativity. So what I was telling all of you to become creative is invoke that Brahma. Then Saraswati will come to you. Because Brahma's wife is Saraswati. So what a poet has done is conceptualized and given to a shape of a human being. That is how the God came. Otherwise God is not there. There are great philosophers which is not publicly available because most of the Swamijis also will not speak about it. Because they are surviving with the concept of God and the temples and all that. I go to such temples, but I never go to a temple because I have got to believe in temple. My guru was a pandit. He was a pandit in the sense he was a person who did a tantri, who can establish temples. I also learned that from him. I do that, but I will not go to temple to pray anything for anybody else. Understood? Rupam Rupa Vivarjidasya Bhavado Dhyayena Yat Kalpitam. It's a Sakalpitam, means Sangalpa. It's only an imagination. The Rupam, the shape is imagination. Actually, there is no God in Bharatiya Samskaram in Hindutva. If you want to call it as Hindutva, there is no God in person. Tree is my God, mud is my God, grass is my God. Every one of us are God.
That is ultimate.
Those Puranas
No, ultimate is because you have not reached PG, KG level, God is there and temple is there.
That's it. We are
But actually it is not ultimate, it is the only one. There is nothing called ultimate. Beginning is there,
to
ending is
reach
there.
that KG.
Yeah,
PG,
that
we have
PG
to
you
do
need
KG
lot of
and
people,
all
but
we
you
have
don't reach. Because you are happy with the temple and rituals and pujas and then die with that.
those are the like Upanishad philosophy also, like Atmas and Brahmas are there.
You need lot of learning, you need time, you should spend time with that. I have spent sufficient time in my life.
But at the same time, there are so many philosophies. And how to decide which philosophy will be like correct and which are right?
No, you
to
need
go.
not to be. See, the right
Just
and
to
wrong,
understand.
the right and wrong is contextual, timely for the people. See, for this girl, I can show a picture of a elephant in a book and say, this is elephant, this is elephant, this is elephant. I also know this is not an elephant. It's only a picture of an elephant. But I will not tell them this is a picture of an elephant. Understood? My father, I will show this is my father, this is my mother. They are not alive. So how do I show them? I put a picture and say, this is my father, this is my mother. I know this is not my father and mother, right? So symbol is, you sankalpa, symbolic, that is part of our life. See, we have a flag and say the Bharat Mata. What is that? That's not Bharat Mata, no. That's only a cloth. So it's all sankalpas. Somebody gives something with a very loving person, give you a handkerchief, that becomes great for you. It's only a piece of cloth. That's it. Every political party believes on sankalpas only. Different colors. There is a great poet who wrote about this.
Those things are started by one person, then it becomes slowly followed by many people, then becomes culture, and then it starts imposing to the society.
Imposing is not there. See, imposing is because of your bondage. Whatever my father says, I obey because I have got a bondage. I don't want to break it.
Right, but what about the society?
Yeah.
The person,
Society is big, a lot of small molecules of families are society, right?
out of that, some person may be very much strong that who can influence.
That is why we have different dharma. Individual dharma, kudumba dharma, samuha dharma, and the rajya dharma, vishwa dharma. You decide whether you want to create something of yours and distinctly be there. Always you have freedom. But only thing, sometimes your family will not accept it. So you become a rebellion there. You have freedom. That's it. So what is your dharma? Suppose you are in this office. Your job is to work for the office as long as you take your salary. Now you cannot question, why should I wear this uniform? Otherwise other color will not make me to work. I am only here to work. No. This is your dress code. Understand? So obey this, otherwise quit. You have another place. No. So that's a decorum. That's how it is. Religion is also like a decorum. Yesterday we were in a meeting in which one of the ashram people came. So immediately one of the Gandhian, was a very veteran Gandhian, he told these people are all whitish people. The white people. White people means Britishers, right? But their uniform color code in the ashram is white. That's how he mockerized them, saying they are all whitish people. Correct. Why do you need, if I want to meditate, meditation is going inside and then forgetting about exterior, right? Then why do you say that you have to have a white cloth? Contradicting, no? Somebody says we have to meditate, but come with the family and in a big group. How can meditation be in a group? Meditation is being alone, self inside. See, I went into the Devaghar temple. We were sitting in the mandapam. The pujari was telling, for his benefit. Okay, I told him, tell me the next sentence what you chant inside the temple. Vairagya siddhartham samarpayami. You are giving everything to God, saying, I don't want anything. And what is that you are telling now? To get promotion, good to benefit, to become political party leader, to get marriage happen, to divorce somebody, all that you do puja. God doesn't accept anything.
the rules were made by the Brahmins.
See, that is the Brahmins for their livelihood, for the Madhya Pradesh, they did it. Their Uttar Pradesh, they know it is not correct. You are all working for your Madhya Pradesh. Your Uttar Pradesh and heart is, Chhattisgarh is not agreeing. So what to do? You have to change. Either listen to your heart or to head or to Madhya Pradesh. Decide what you want. Need little courage.
Sir, how to get into this knowledge, sir, like because even knowledge, because so much outside if you go, so many people are teaching that to this and that. But to go in the specific way to get the divine knowledge, how...
See, now at least I know, I don't know how many Sanskrit slokas I have quoted. You tell me which book, I will refer you to that. Listen to some people who have gone into the roots and learned. Don't listen to such people who did some Googling and then blah 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 in English. We have a great heritage Indian knowledge, which is all from traditional textbook. You listen, I can tell, I just told, my guru was Brahmashri KPC and Bhattacharya. I am from Swami Rama's tradition. If some XYZ is proclaiming that I am the SAD guru, that's how they are named, right? Okay, ask them who is your guru. If they are not courageous enough to tell I come from this, correct? See, most of the great saints and Swamijis, they will start with Sadashiva Samarambha, Shankaracharya Madhyama. There is nobody better than Shankaracharya for the whole India. Sadashiva Samarambha, from Shiva, Shankaracharya Madhyama, Asmat Acharya Paryandam. At the end, I considered him as my guru. My knowledge is from him. Correct? I cannot Google and say, tomorrow you cannot tell, no? What? Sadashiva Samarambha, Shankaracharya Madhyama, Googleaya. You want to tell that? That's a problem. Most of the people don't go into roots. Saturday, Sunday holiday, take leave tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, come and attend. You will see what happens there. Your wisdom, your knowledge can be shared with the youth. That's all. It is not that great comfort, probably. Yeah, I live in such places. When we go to northeast and all, no electricity, no telephone. I keep saying BSNL wind has to come to get a message. Another wind will take the message back.
Now
Very difficult. See, I will see the school there. Brahmaputra is in between. How to cross 60 kilometer, then bridge 60 kilometer, 120 kilometer, where I am seeing it across. Right? What do I do sometime? Somebody's vehicle, let us try. Let us go down, cross it and see. I do that also. VKV, Vivekananda Kendra Vidyalaya, DrTPS. You will see beautiful path which I go, travel there. The bridge is maybe 300 meters, all tied with rope only. So when I go to some schools, the students are not very good in sitting in the class. I don't do that also. I'll take them. Let us go for a walk. And they'll say, this is my village, that's my house. We want to see my house, come, let us cross this bridge. And in between, what do? They swing like this. And the bridge will go like this. You're so scared, you will see 200 feet below the river flowing. For them, it's a fun. Because they every day do it, right? And when you hold, your hand will become totally, it's all iron bridge made by military people. Nothing else will be there to reach their house. Very horrible. Life is entirely different. I go and live in such places. 10 days, 15 days. So thrilling sometime. Then at the end of 10 days, I will decide I will never come here again in my life. Enough. But next year when they call, I feel like again, let me go there. So I will still go there. So many years I went. Many years I went. And they will come and touch you and say, why are you touching? I want to go home and tell I touched an Indian space scientist. See, they say Indian space scientist. That means they don't even see a scientist in their life. Bangalore, you can see thousands and thousands of them, right? Northeast, Itanagar, Arunachal Pradesh, you don't see one scientist in their life. So they wanted to touch. It's also India, no? Don't you feel like spending some time with them? I have thousands of children there. I do a camp. Every people will come from different places. Oof, it's all different. So I enjoy it. I enjoyed living with them, seeing them. Physically it may be troublesome, but emotionally, yes. Then we will know when there is a traffic jam, roads are not good, we are so lucky, still we are able to travel. There people are not able to travel, right? So I must thank Pradeep for giving this opportunity to meet you. I'll tell you, if the post is not there, the light is there, it cannot give a lot of light to surroundings, right? Otherwise it is on the ground, it will be on the ground only. So somebody has to lift and then say, yeah, look at it. So I keep saying all my students who, I am not running with a brochure. Every day I am filled. I've got a website which is not paid. One of my students developed, Anusha, designed by her. I must have scolded 1,000 times for small mistakes in that. We're doing it as a free program. But those scoldings were very horrible those days. Not you. Those people must have been much more suffering under me. But they found that when they went to MIT admission, what extra you have done other than Infosys? I've got a website developed which is international standard. MIT website maintenance was given as a project for Anusha just because of this website. Got it? So get into the grinding job of take challenges outside the office. That will pay you more. Beyond limits. So I must thank him. It's all because
This I could have done long back, sir. But
it doesn't matter. For everything there is a time. So, thank you, namaskaram.
And we are thankful to Pradeep. Because of him, we could meet a person with.
You're all welcome. Anytime you can message me and then send me a WhatsApp 950. My BSNL is giving a lot of trouble these days. So, I'm not able to change it because it's a Kerala number. So, I've got an alternate Hyderabad number 950 20 388 75. 950 20 388 75. Don't send a message saying hi. Send a message saying your name, where are you, because I get nearly 1,000 messages. Understood?
How do you manage, sir?
I don't manage.
No, but you
See, I answer everything tonight. If you send me at 2 o'clock, I will send a message within 1 or 2 hours.
How many hours you will sleep, sir?
That is because I am expecting more number of activities tomorrow. How do I postpone today's job to tomorrow? I must expect tomorrow I have less job, right? I am expecting every day more job.
that is also one kind of managing itself.
So what should I do? I finished my job today. See, I'll tell you, the other day when we went to Kashi, we had a meeting. We had somebody together meeting and all that. This number, mobile, new phone, I was not able to put any of them and then transfer my number. So when I get this, I have to type in here to find out who is that person. So yesterday somebody had sent me a message from America saying, in that dinner meeting we had somebody who was staying in Kashi. What is their number? Understood? So I should look at who was that person who was with me. For that, they must have had a private talk saying that, no, if you have an accommodation problem, come to me, which I never heard. So who told that I should guess? And I guessed approximately this may be the person. So immediately I had sent a number. So for which I have to send. And that number is also coming American number, but I don't have it stored here. It's a job. So for answering, probably I have to take 15 minutes of effort to find out this. That also happens. But still I will do it. After that only I'll sleep. I sleep very less.
How many hours?
I sleep a very deep sleep. That's like a meditation. So when I get into meditative sleep, I can sleep 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I can sleep 24 hours also. So it's a meditative sleep. Just I mean, but normally 2 o'clock only I'll sleep. Because I have got to edit all this, copy that and to put in the laptop every day, no? It's not one day, every day. at the backup, edit that, put it. So it takes time. So during travel I may not be able to do it. So up to next 15th of May I already posted on YouTube with a advanced date. So every day morning 5 o'clock one will come, evening 5 o'clock will come. So last 3000 for maybe 1500 days during COVID, no? Every day 2 hours average lectures I have already posted.
YouTube channel is it?
Yeah, YouTube DrTPS. DrTPS, if you just type in, you will.
TikTok I've shared, sir. So with the same YouTube channel.
You can send me a message, I'll send you the signature straight. Subscribe and comment. See, the comment is more important because I know somebody has seen. Understood? It's not for, because I am not monetizing it. No advertisement will come because I am not for money. I don't want to disturb my viewers. I have only people who intensively wanted to learn will go there. So in between is a disturbance. So I don't, no advertisement will come.
We still think like that, no matter, like there's no matter if we have discussed this much, we are thinking to that way.
No, what I'm saying is no. Sometimes what happens is people don't comment. So how do I know, oh, this person remembers me? So when you comment, I read that. Oh, I remember, oh, this person has. Correct. That's all. So I will remember this day.
So that's also the first step.
I value this more than a large audience. I have given a lot of audience. I was telling her 3000 Kerala people also will come. I had 10,000 audience. So much was there. But that all doesn't matter because somebody who is returning back, coming. Rajagopal came to invite me for a teacher's program. Immediately it happened, right? So that's how the connection goes.
Small memento.
This is actually disturbing. Mementos are disturbing.
Yes.
Correct? Yes, he said disturbing.
You have to carry a lot of weight.
Yeah, one, and he has seen my house. I've got almirahs which are probably 10 lakhs, which I spend on making almirah where I will have to put all of them. And now I have got 3 houses where I am not even staying. All of them are full in dust. But still, yeah, sometimes, yes. Yeah. Come here, so that it will be captured. That's also being captured. See, I go to Gulf sometime. Sometimes they gift like this. So what I do is I take this and I give to somebody else. This is recorded, the other one is not recorded. Don't worry. Yes, come here. Light is come.
One second.
Yeah, hold it. Hold it. Keep in touch. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
മീറ്റിംഗിലിരിക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് മെസ്സേജ് നോക്കിയത്. മീറ്റിംഗിലിരിക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് മെസ്സേജ് നോക്കിയത്. ആരാന്ന് മനസ്സിലായില്ല. ഇന്നലെ ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ വന്നതാണ്, പിന്നെ വായിച്ചു.